Okay, g'day. How you doing, guys? Tori here, Geelong-Flipper, mean streets of Geelong, all that snapping. I've got this set up a little bit differently. Hopefully it's working better. Maybe I should have put the camera over there. Anyhow, I'm using my web camera instead of the iPad, and I'm hoping it's a better experience. Graham, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining today. And I've just got some pop vinyls I'm going to list, and we'll do what we got to do. I also just uploaded, it will go live soon, but basically just to let you guys know if you've lost something, how to locate it. That's doing. Bio Repair Guy, hey man, how are you? Hope that you're well. I probably should have, yeah. Let's see if it makes any more sense to do this, or is it going to get in the way? Oh, okay. Started listing on Amazon. Michelle, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. No, that's a really crummy. It's not too bad for you guys, actually. Let's have a look. If I put the camera just a little bit more that way. Yes, you can see all the shit behind me, but that's okay. Does that work for you guys? I'm just going to work. I'm going to look up at the camera occasionally. And yeah, if that works and if you can hear me, then, yeah, it looks like it's working. Let's just double check. No, that's back on. I'm assuming you guys can hear me. All right. All righty. Guys, just to help me out, if you can just let me know, can you guys hear me okay? Because I've set it up differently today. Hey, Rye, how are you? Just, yeah, if you can let me know if the audio is working. I'm running it off my laptop, which is plugged into power, which has a far better web camera on it. The vision looks clearer. So there you go. All right. I have to work. And our first thing I'm going to list is this one. Awesome. Thanks, Mish. Appreciate it. All right. So the Notorious Big. So yeah, the video, which is members only at the moment, is just simply teaching you guys, if you've lost something, if you're a new reseller and you lose an item that you've sold, then it'll show you how to locate it. And it works. And it's helpful. So let's go into the Bay of E and make some money, guys. Thanks, Rye. You've already watched the video. It was pretty straightforward, and I know it was. Like, for anyone who does it on the regular, then yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? But if you knew, like, I had to be taught how to do that. So it's just about teaching you guys how to find stuff based on date. It's so much easier. Okay, wow. So I thought Biggie would have been worth money. He's not really worth much at all, but I do want to sell him. So I'm going to flick him out. I'm going to put him, let's see if there's any Aussie listings here. Sold comps. A lot of them being sold in the States with not for expensive amounts, but people are paying fat postage for it. So I'm going to be bold. I'm going to be ambitious. I'm going to put it for $40, allow offers, and see if we can make that work for us. All right. Even though it's Jersey Gangster Wrap. Okay, that'll work. I'll use that listing. Sell one like this. Let's do some photography now, guys. Hope everyone had a good day yesterday. Today I feel like I'm a bit better. Yesterday I was terrible. Farm Girl, hello. How are you? Thanks, guys, for coming in. Appreciate it as always. Yeah, it's always fun, isn't it? We're a good crew. So if you've got me on as background noise, that's fine. Make sure you are listing, guys. If you don't list, you don't make money. It's pretty straightforward. I have not done as much listing as I would like to, simply because I've had COVID. Killing time waiting for a bay at the car wash. Well, at least you're wasting it with us, mate. Good on you. One thing I meant to ask the other day, Rye, this one is for you. I was looking at your store, and I love your layout, by the way, Rye's Collectibles. But the question I had for you was simply this. You seem to sell all sorts of cups, and some of them would be cups I'd never imagine selling, frankly. Some of them are old-fashioned floral designs and the like. Don't get me wrong. They look good. They're just not my jam. They're not what appeals to me. Here's my question to you. Do they sell? And do they sell quickly? Your prices are very, very fair. I was analyzing the store and just wondering, will you sell through them fairly readily? Sorry, for some reason it's come up. Ads will run shortly. This is a new thing. I think they're rolling it out. I don't know. It may play an ad, guys, in 7 seconds. So I'll just keep doing stuff. All right. Bizarre. So I think some people are getting ads. I think. Okay, so they do sell, goes up and down. That's all right. Just interesting. And once again, it's one of those really cool things, mate, where I admire the way you go about what you do, and the way that you advertise it on Insta. Megan, hello. How are you? Farm Girl says cup sell. I've sold several in the last week. I actually like this. When I'm on the iPad, the chat goes away. It's all there. I can see it. This is cool. Hilton, good morning. How you doing, mate? No ads here. Okay. I don't know if anyone got an ad, but it's just a thing comes up down the corner and goes ads inserted. So I don't know. Rye says, latest has been slow, selling lots of plush toys currently. It's weird, always selling a lot of one category lately. Okay. Do. I hate packaging pop vinyls, guys. I don't know if you've come up against that. Okay. I don't know. I'm going to put Notorious and I'm going to put Big, if I can. 78 vinyl. Oh, Biggie Smalls vinyl figure, Funko Pop. I think we can get rid of vinyl. People don't look up that. We'll just put BIG in case people aren't putting B.I.G. Notorious Big, done. Okay, that looks good. So I was thinking about this yesterday. I put up the variation listing, and some of you saw me struggle through that. And then I thought to myself, like, I was saying to Ali, I did a variation listing. It sucked. And how many did you do? And I said 17. And she was like, does that mean, or I said to her, I said, does that mean I did 17 listings or did I do one? In the eyes of eBay, did I do 17 listings or just the one? Megan, it was, now that I know how to do it, I think you can do it fairly quickly and readily. But I agree, mate. It was painful, but I didn't want to be one of those people like, I've had a few people say, oh, you should try the variation listing. And I didn't want to be one of those people who just doesn't do it, but wants to complain about it. And yes, Rice says he enjoys it because he knew I hated it. Thanks, mate. Good on you. All right. So auction, no. Put it up for $40. We'll take offers. And allow offers. There we are. Yeah, I hate packing the pop vinyls. They're a weird size. I wish that Aussie Post would make a specific box. I mean, let's face it, they're popular enough. Do everything for me, please. Okay, charge that much for it. Promote 14.8. That hurts my feelings. I think at the moment I am not going to choose that, and I'm going to go 11.8, which is still too much in my opinion. Hilton, I try to find small boxes from Bunnings, or there is another way you can do it. See, a lot of people get caught up in the whole minutia of the box being on the outside, and I know that sounds crazy, but if you can get a sort of sturdy enough box, even if it's not that sturdy, you know what I mean? If you put enough bubble wrap around that box, then yeah, I sometimes just bubble wrap the crap out of stuff afterwards. It'll bounce. Nothing, it won't bend on it. They'd have to stand on it. Graham says on my comment there about being stung, that ends up being $10 in fees. Yeah, it does. Now, there's two schools of thought there, mate. One, I factor it in. But two, I think this is one of the things where, and some other people who do these things may not agree, but I factor it in and I am happy to pay it. It's, in my opinion, it's a cost of doing business. It just is. Not everyone will agree with me. But at the end of the day, let's face it, when we're out there on the hunt, a lot of these that you can see here, they're personals that I'm selling. I want to get rid of them. If with the other stuff that I'm buying on the hunt, I'm not paying a lot for it. So cost of doing business, I just think of it as cost of doing business. Hilton, you just mentioned something, so I'm pointing at your text there. Hilton says, I only promote by 2.1%. Maybe that's why I'm not selling. Hilton, that's why you're not selling at the moment. There may be other variables. Mate, what I will do for you, as you know, I never say I'm a fucking expert or any of that sort of ridiculousness. Either on Discord, jump on one of the things and message me. Give me the name of your shop, because I don't know what it is, but message it that I've got it on record. I might jump in and have a look at some of your listings. Just check, see what you're doing. I'm not the world's biggest seller either, but 2.1% on a sponsored listing, bro, it's such a small amount that anyone with a sponsored listing higher than you may actually force you right off the page. There's a catch-22. One of the other YouTube sellers that is a lot more successful than me and is full-time, a long time ago said that they were just doing 2% across the board. And I took on that advice, and I can tell you right now, it didn't work for me. It made my business plummet. I was going well, and I was making about $700 a week on eBay. At some stages, I'd made $700 to $1,000 if I was lucky. And I thought, yeah, you know what? I'm going to quit my job. How can I make even more money? I'm going to lower down to 2%. And I said to Ali, you watch. If this damn thing continues the way it's going, because I feel like I'm on fire, I'm quitting. I'm going to just do eBay. And the sales crashed and burnt almost immediately. And it sucked. I switched it back to the suggested rate. And most of the time I do suggested. Didn't just then. Hypocrisy much. But I would suggest, if you're going to do it, do the suggested. Look, you know, if I'm going to source something for $1 and I put bloody $25 on it, I'll cop it sweet at 10%. I don't give a shit. I'm hoping, you know, that I'll be with tax and stuff like that. I've got my ABN. You know, for me, I don't want it to be a hobby. So my structure around that, you get to cheat a little bit, because eBay charges you. Now, I'm not a tax person. This is not financial advice. Hilton, he says I might try the suggested for a couple and see how it goes. Dude, unless you've paid a shit ton for your stock, I'm telling you right now, and especially because you've been good enough to invest in my channel, though I want everyone to succeed, mate, put them all up to suggested. Unless you really can't afford to, put them all up to the suggested rate. You can do it with one click through your seller portal, and you watch. As long as it's decent stuff, or even hit me up on Insta with your store. I want to have a look at your actual listings. I'm sure you've seen mine. They don't look that flash or fancy, but stuff moves. So put them all up to it, because yeah, I think if you do a couple, it's not going to sort of nudge the algorithm. I hope that makes sense. But mate, I think eBay rewards big plays. So a timid couple of listings, bro, nah, not going to do it. Not going to help you. All right, let's have a look here. Bloody hell, these pop vinyls have fallen through the crapper. I thought Jazz from Transformers would be worth something. Promoted listing usually shows up across the site. I agree with you, Rye, but I will argue, based on my own experience, the higher that percentage you get, you put in 2%, I put 5%, you'll see my listing first. And hopefully that'll be all I need to clinch the deal. Most customers don't want to fish for pages unless they're really bored and they're just wanting to do a cheeky little buy for the sake of it. Let's have a look at these. Oh my God. Someone paid $1.65 for this, but then they paid $45 shipping. But I've seen Australian listings for $30. Wow. I love Transformers so much. You know, when you love the thing that you may be selling and you're like, oh, it has to be worth more than that because I love it. Yeah, apparently not. All right, Funko Pop Transformers. They're for TV, retro toys. That'll work. That's better. That'll do. Yes, it will. All right. So let's take some photos of this little robot in disguise. Robot in disguise. have you guys had any good wins lately? What have you done? What have you sold? I've asked, I don't know if Joe's watching at the moment or not, but I have asked her to have a chat to me about some of her book listings. I love selling my books. I really do. There's something beautiful about it. 3 international sales, Michelle. That's bloody awesome. Well done. Well done. I love it. I love it for you. But yeah, one of the questions I had, because I don't know the answer, is if you've got a variation listing, I still didn't figure out like how to make it that if they buy 2 items, it ramps the postage up a little bit. 5%, I don't know if that's a delayed reaction or is that what you've got stuff at? I don't know, Rye. Sorry. When you guys do your listings, do you have all caps? I don't. I watched a thing with someone from eBay talking, and interestingly enough, eBay, the algorithm sees all caps in your listing as yelling, and apparently it's some weird bizarre thing, but they're like, capitalize the first letter. That's why like the app tries to do that for you. But if you just go all caps, apparently it doesn't like it as much. Sold Simpsons Hit and Run for $60. Yes. Well done. Well done, Hilton. Sold Simpsons Hit and Run for $60 plus postage that I picked up for $5. Yes. Good. Robots in disguise. Bump. All right, that's better. So, yeah, just on your phone, if you double tap the letters, at least with iOS, it'll then suggest just the capital ones. Just genuinely surprised that those G1 transformers aren't worth anything. Rates, good morning. Tori, sold some glass items lately. Awesome. Even though I pack well, I'm always holding my breath until I see feedback that have arrived safely. I get that, mate. I really do. That's why, like, unless it's a good thing like a Corningware, I love bric-a-brac. I do. But I'm so wary of it. So unless it's something killer like Corningware or, you know, things that I know will absolutely just sell, I steer clear of it. You're brave, but it's a bloody good market to get into if you sell without fear. That's some fearless sales going on there. I love it. All right. So I'm just going to see how ineffective I am. It's funny. I'll do this because you guys are keeping me honest. And then once I'm off camera, I'm like, oh my God, I better get some work done. Oh, Graham, just in case you have got your drink ready. Guys, hi there, Tori here. If you do want to support the channel, there are channel memberships starting at $1.49 a month, going up to $20 a month. Rye, give me a little bit more time to knock over the rest of the COVID, and you're going to get your next reading. I might do 2 fairly close together to make up for that. I do apologize. I take the membership levels seriously, so don't think I've forgotten. I will make it up. And you know what's going on. You know the background story, but this will be up for a while. So yeah, it's just what's going on at the moment. You guys are still getting stuff early, but the Grand Flip members are meant to be getting me reading my books, and I have not done it. So I might even do a reading just to make up for it of one of the little death books or something. That'd be creepy. That'd work. All right. Small satchel. Dynamic rating capped at 17%. That's cool. Actually, that's really cool. Reeds loves glass, depleting your collection. That makes sense too. I'm trying to move a lot of this stuff. We talk about possibly moving to Queensland, or at least changing how we're doing our business a bit. And I don't have room for a lot of it. And I found some of my Batman stuff I still want. But some of my horror stuff I'm getting rid of. My Lego, except for the modular buildings, I'm getting rid of. But ideally, if we get somewhere different, I want to even have an area. I don't know if you guys watch Kevin in America. He's got this like a bungalow. He calls it his Commonwealth cabin. And I would love to have that set up for the channel, that there was proper shelving. You guys could see some of the really cool stuff I've got to sell. And I think that way I could always have something interesting in the background. Thank you. I know I'm really disappointed with the fact that people can't even click a thumb. You dirty little voyeurs. Thumb. Channel membership. Thumb. All right. That's listed. Bloody hell. Clean the dust off, Tori. Have you guys seen the Crunchyroll? I love Junji Ito. The DVDs I've got of his stuff animated, though, he's the master of Japanese horror. Like, he really is. But yeah, some of this stuff, the animated stuff, they didn't do it. It's still good, but God, it doesn't do his real work justice. So anyhow, I had a couple of the Junji Ito ones. I'm listing them all now. Still got all his books. I'm not selling them. Wait. Oh, two more people found their thumbs. All right. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's not selling well either. I mean, they're buying them from overseas. Wow. Oh, that's a... See, now what I mean, this is the sold comp. If you can see, I know it's not great, but if you can see the second one down, it's all caps. Sorry, guys, it's my bad. It won't focus. It's all caps. It's painful to look at. And that's why they probably only got $20 for it. Just painful. ADH Dave is your favorite. I haven't watched Dave. I've only seen him on the Pickers channel. I was watching him the other day, and he was doing a Q&A, and I admire... Yeah, I do. I think I do. I was not saying I think I do. I admire Commonwealth Picker. He seems genuine. It looks like he's worked really hard. He's very business savvy. The way that he does get income from YouTube, multiple channels, very clever. But he cops it from people because he's got the YouTube channel. And yeah, it just makes me think sometimes that people are giving him a hard time just because he's prepared to work. Megan says, Mel, back from burnout, put out a great video today. Oh, that's good. I admire Mel. she's I think, doing a good job. I love seeing the books that she buys. I find that really interesting. Yeah. eBay isn't going to like her video. Well, I guess some of the channels that are bigger than mine would be being monitored, I guess, by eBay, because it's all customer relations and stuff. But as I've said to the op shops when I've done the shame videos, you guys may or may not have seen that. When they've pushed back on me and given me a hard time, and it has happened, I literally have been like, I'm sorry, dude. I only do those videos because I genuinely want you guys to do better. Not even from the perspective of me selling stuff, from the perspective of a charity and being an ex-volunteer and an ex-employee, paid employee of a charity. I want them to do better because they've got a obligation to us. What's wrong with caps, bro? Right, are you on some massive delay? And I'm not being silly here. You're commenting on stuff like, I don't know, a good 3 to 4 minutes, or is that just when you come back to your screen? I'm not sure. But yeah, just so as you know, your comments aren't matching up with what we're talking about. I mean, they are. Oh, type. Why do you want to know what type? It's just a friggin' type. Vinyl figure. How hard is it for me just to steal details from another person? Yeah, eBay. I don't know. It's one of those weird things. I tread carefully around eBay. When I've done the whole, eBay's helped me with their customer service department. It's truly based on my experience. I'm sure, excuse me. Oh, I'm sure that there'll be times it doesn't work in my favor. But I generally find if you treat them like people, but they want to make money, they're making a shit ton of money. But at the same time, I think the argument is also that they're how we make money. There's got to be like a status quo. I almost feel like saying, for most people who are reselling, I would say on a genuine hobby level and higher, maybe there should be a sliding scale, because I think the more that you're selling, it should show them that you're putting the effort in, and possibly the less you should have to pay. If you're doing good volume and they're making great money, help out the seller. I think if it's someone just selling to clear some shit out of the house, I don't know. What's your thoughts on that, guys? What is the balance? Note, small mark, small tear on box. Looks like a tear anyhow. I'm going to say it is. $35. I'm still going to sell for $35. I'll allow offers. If you pause the video, it resumes where you left off unless you close and reopen. That explains the delayed comment. Megan says, I think eBay needs to do a lot more for their great sellers. Kath and I agree with you. Megan, I look, I don't know the full background. I wouldn't consider myself a great seller. Not yet. I'm working on it. I'm trying to make that push through my books that I write and through the picking and selling. I'm hoping that that will enable me to go full time. I don't need a lot. I'm not one of those people that like needs to buy shit all the time. You look around like my house and I've got a lot of collectibles. And I do. A lot of them, there was retail therapy during marriage breakups. Yes, been married twice. When I marry Ali, she will be number 3 and the final one, regardless of what happens. But no, she's my person. So, yeah, I don't know. We want to do that. We want to just do the reselling route for the most part. And I just want to be able to have more time to write more. So it's a juggling act. That's for sure. Roy says I read that ages after he wrote it. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm trying to attend to them as I see them. And because you wrote it in caps, I saw it immediately. All right. This is a cute one. So it's one of the diamond ones. So I'm going to probably get rid of everything Batman, out of my Batman collection that isn't Batman, at least in the pops, Batman or Joker. Some of the Harley ones are cute, but I've got the McFarlane figures and I adore those. So if you ever run into those on the thrift and you want to hook me up, I don't want to pay much for them because, I know how much you paid for it. But I do want to expand my McFarlane toy collection. That would be something I took less hours to be able to write my books. So I don't have a lot of disposable income. I have coffee money basically. Yeah, I haven't bought any Batman figures for ages, so would really like to get some more. Okay, so okay, so whoever sold this one, Funko Pop Heroes Batman the Animated Series 156 Harley Quinn glitter vinyl, sold it for $10. Now, the one below it, Funko Pop Harley Quinn number 156 Batman the Animated Series vinyl, DC Diamond Collection, and that one sold for $50. Getting people's attention with a good heading, guys. It's common that your sales are going to suffer if you have a shit description, or let's call it a tagline. The tagline makes people want to read the story. You got a crap tagline, no one's going to read it. All right, let's have a look here. Diamond Collection. That one just sold, so I'm going to use that listing, and they got decent money for it. All right, get some photos. I tend to take crappy photos. They're very reflective. Doo-doo. The sound of silence. I was watching YouTube Shorts. Had another really bad night's sleep. I think I had 4.5 hours though, better than the night before. Had a nap yesterday, that did help. But yeah, just the whole bloody COVID, it gives me a brain buzz. I've just been waking up wired. Oh, also, I don't know if I showed you these. These are cool. Bookends are the same both sides, but they're cool. I've decided I am going to sell them as much as I love them, but they are cool. It'll be interesting to see if you guys are going to let me know if there is a delay, because I don't know. Hilton is Hilton's asking a question. Do you or have you thought of promoting your book to mainstream? I'm trying, Hilton. So Tin Man is more of a mainstream title. It's The Wizard of Oz. Yes, it's violent though. If you do get the chance to ever buy it, it's just on Amazon. But there's a lot of violence. There's a lot of language. There's one particularly carnal scene in it. It's, I don't know. I don't know if people would be weird about buying it because of that. My other stuff is like zombie comedy horror. So it's it's a bit more niche. I'm trying at the moment to get a hold on, or rather build up a bit of a TikTok profile for my Tori Favreau author account. I'm having no luck at all. Like, for me at the moment, it's going rubbish. I have, let's have a look. I have one follower on my author account, only 19 likes. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm not very savvy. And my follower is my Geelong-Flipper account. Literally, it's I follow me. Okay, so they aren't McFarlane pop vinyls. McFarlane toys are an extremely high-end action figure, fully articulated, and they're just beautiful. Very, very detailed. This, it doesn't make for good. John, oh, hi, John. John says, I've got some ideas how you can grow your author account, mate. Let's have a chat. I would love to. Absolutely. It's weird because my Flipper account's got 3,000 because I did some bitching videos and a lot of people followed. You know, this is going well for a very junior YouTube account, and it's because of you guys. I don't know, it's because of me too, but it's because of you guys. I think my thing is that I've thought to myself when I started doing YouTube and having fun doing this, one, I wanted to have fun, but two, I never wanted to bullshit you. Years and years ago, 20 odd years ago, I worked at a big box retailer, which was pretty much the only one at the time. And basically, I remember seeing, we got paid commission and the commission was good, but one of the guys who I worked with would lie about products. He had no idea what they did. And a kid came in, and it was at the time, I mean, we can laugh about it now, but I was disgusted back then. He was just like asking about a video game that was totally inappropriate for a child his age. And the guy just wanted the sale, so he lied about what was on it. And we had no returns on video games. So he took it, it was PlayStation 2 days, took it home. And it just made me think to myself, I'm never going to bullshit people who are trusting me for information. I'll make mistakes, and if I do, I'll fess up to them. I'll always tell you guys. I won't bluster and pretend. I think that together we've got great networks, and we can utilize each other's knowledge. You know, I've got a fair to middling knowledge of books, which are my passion. And you know, but I know a little about a lot. I research things. I try to do as much as I can. Okay, so there's a bit of banter going on the chat there, just for people who are watching this later. And by the way, I will address the audience of the future. I love the fact that you guys are watching these after. That means a lot to me. It's just me sitting in literally a corner of my lounge room of this tiny apartment, talking to some new friends. And I appreciate the fact that you guys share the journey afterwards. I'm hoping that by filming using the web camera, the image is clearer and maybe it's a bit nicer than trying to watch something like, portrait. My throat is starting to get the better of me. I think I've got about 15 minutes left that I can talk and be okay. Guys, this does not make for good television, but I am going to quickly just grab one of the McFarlane toys that you can see what they look like. They're very beautiful. They're very well designed. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, so the only downside of these is they're dust catchers. For anyone who just came in recently, if you do find these things out on the hunt and you don't want them, I do collect these. They don't have to be in the box. But yeah, so very, very detailed, very articulated, come with their own stands. Typically, brand new in the box, you are looking at $34 to $40. And they're just really cool. But yeah, a comic book artist called Todd McFarlane years ago started a toy company. Love them. All right, now, I don't believe that this one is worth hardly anything, but it was cool. It was the Day of the Dead ones. But at the end of the day, if I want to sell it, then that's what we do. Let's have a look here. Let's see if we can. I'm going to read this out for. You guys are cheeky. Hang on. Let me quickly get there. Bit of banter. Okay, so this one's important. Hilton's asking John what he's selling, and I want to promote John's Discord. So John says he hasn't put out many videos lately. He's a fantastic YouTuber, but especially the lives, I get the most. I love the lives. You're just bloody flawless, mate. Haven't put out many videos lately due to spending more time building out the Meaningful Hustle Discord. So that's his project, and yeah, which Tori is a part of, which I am. And more videos to come, and car commentary too. John is fantastic with his toys. And then Catherine says to me, I have to finish soon because Gigi's live starts in 20 minutes. I'll finish when I'm damn well ready, cheeky. No, that's fine. I don't want to get in the way of Gigi. Let's have a look here. Yeah, Hilton, go and join the Meaningful Hustle Discord. What else is there? And the rest of it isn't relevant to you guys watching later. It's just people encouraging each other, which is bloody awesome. All right, let's see how much this trash donkey is. First, I better finish the other listing I was doing. Listing, no auction, no thank you. Going to be a bit bold on that one. I do like it. Don't want it to just disappear. Sometimes, guys, so as you know, I mean, it's a bit of a a mental game, but sometimes it doesn't even hurt to have your price a little bit jacked. And that way, if you see people looking at it, Mega Kaza, thank you so very much. Hello. I'm going okay. I'm on the tail end of COVID. So if you hear me like that every now and then, I will be coming to Melbourne. I will be thrifting. I will be. And I keep telling you guys, if you're in Queensland, it's one of those weird things. I know, and I've got this too on other projects I've had. Sometimes when we watch, it's like the barrier of the screen is good and healthy for people. Some people genuinely want to meet. Some people don't. And when you go, hey, you know, I'm going to be out in Melton next week. This isn't, I'm making shit up. But they're not there. I'll often post live on TikTok. Hey, I'm thrifting. If anyone wants to meet. Sometimes people do want the screen as a barrier, and that's cool with me. The fact that you guys and those people will even watch me do this, I'm blessed. Absolutely blessed. But yeah, not everyone wants to. What I am thinking of doing, if anyone in the Geelong area at the moment has interesting collections or things around the Geelong area, if you're a reseller that has a good setup, I'm wanting to do sort of interviewee, you know, let's go and check out this person's collection kind of videos. Oh no. I don't want to barrier, lol. Let's meet up and hit like 25 shops in a single day. I don't think, yeah, I think what's the most I've hit in a day? I've hit a lot. I think 10 or more. When we did the Bendigo run, it's on 2 videos for you guys, but it was done in one day. We did Castlemaine. So you've got that big drive from Geelong. We've got, right, you're wrong. We'll watch you from afar something. It's covered by a heart. So, yeah, we did Castlemaine, Dalesford Castlemaine, and that was where I cut off the video for you guys. And then we hit Bendigo, which had quite a few. Some of those runs in a video that's it's a fair while away in the thrifting videos, but I hit up 4 savers over one day, which for Melbourne people may not sound like a lot, but you've got to remember, for me to even get to a savers, I've got to drive for over an hour. And by the time I'm done at the final savers, I've got even longer than that. So just something to be aware of. But I did 4 savers in a day and I felt savers burnout. By the end of it, I was just like, oh, I cannot be bothered with this stuff. Yeah, okay. So she's not worth anything. If I'm very, very lucky, and this is something to consider, guys, if you have a look, these are current listings. There's a lot of them. Yeah, there's a lot of them. So I think it's going to be a problem sell. I'm going to promote it. I noticed that a lot of the listings weren't promoted. I'm going to try to have slightly better photos than what I'm looking at the moment. If you get the train down to Melbourne, there's a good op shop next to Southern Cross. This is not tech. What kind of bait and switch is this? Huh? What are you talking about? Were you wanting to watch Tech and Sports? I mean, you can. He's somewhere else on the internet. I love his information. I hate his intro. I've got respect for the guy, but his intro is terrible. If you're talking about tech and sports. Okay, you guys are funny. Rise watching from afar. You're watching through Windows. Savers price tags suck, especially on books. It saddens and hurts me. John, I haven't seen the link, but yeah. Oh my God. John says, yes, come to Melbourne and let's do that interview, shave for charity, chest bump. Once I get back from Queensland, I mean, I'll catch up with you happily before then. But yeah, I want to go up to Queensland, say hello to Ali's parents face to face for the first time, and then come back and do the shave. Mum is hopefully at home now from hospital. So yeah. What does that mean? Let's have a look. So hey, John, you are now a moderator. Put your link on. Put your link on. I don't give a shit. Advertise, because that's a good advertisement for any reseller to jump onto. But yeah, you should be able to post links now on this chat. Bring a food hamper with you. Won't do anything of the sort, mate. We can go ahead and get stuff, but otherwise, I think I'm your guest. And from memory, you cooked for Mel. The power. You've got the power. Guys, if you are just joining the live, or if, no, I don't know how to do this, but basically the Discord channel that I want you to join is now being posted. If you want to learn more about reselling and just be around other similar people, they just join it. Just join it. Just do it. If we can help each other, then just join it. Helps if I put pricing on here instead of just talking like a dickhead. No, I don't want to do auction. I want to do buy it now. Oh, I'll cook for them. Fun fact, may not have said it on my show ever. Back in the day, I was a cook in the military. I was a cook for 8 years in the Navy. I did the chef training. I don't know if it's recognized on the outside or not, but yeah, I did all the training. I'm a good cook. I actually made that listing very painful for myself. But I've done a few. Yes, a fitter and turner. Yes. I've got no idea. Oh, no, I just saw it. Okay. So just like Aussie Thrifter. Is that I don't know what Aussie Thrifter is. Just like Aussie Thrifter, I'm now offering counseling sessions. I charge $500 per hour, and I just tell you basic junk Tori says for free. That's cheeky. Oh, okay. Okay, I see who you're talking about. That one, yeah. I get it. And sometimes I laugh, but forgive me for not reading those ones out because, yeah. It's going to sound, and I'm not having a go because I do understand. It's funny. I think, look, we in the YouTube community, there are going to be people who rub us the wrong way or give information that we don't think is good. I think at the end of the day, we're all doing our best, and I'm not making it a morality lesson because I've got a nasty sense of humor too. And off camera, I might even laugh at some stuff. But yeah, the person that you're talking about has been helpful to me, and doesn't always answer my questions, but if I send an Insta through every now and then, I do get answers. Did I have to cook what the Navy told me to cook? Yes, but not yes, except for the officers. When I was on HMAS Adelaide, we were over in Western Australia, and the ship was being fixed up in refit. So bizarre to see a warship out of the water, but our little camp was near it, and the officers were allowed to order a la carte, which means you can order whatever you want, and we cook it. But for the troops, I was cooking with other chefs, but we were cooking 1,500 meals every meal at HMAS Cerberus. I'm nodding that way because for me, that's where Cerberus is. And yeah, they get really, really good food and tons of choices. And Roy just let you guys in on an intimate moment where he makes batshit weird memes of me and sends them to me privately. Yeah, he does. One day I might actually do a YouTube of Rye's memes, which I probably will have to save for some impending court drama. What else have we got here? I think Graham asked a question. Tori, have you given Matt any of your hard-earned money? Matt being the Aussie Flipper. No, I don't. I haven't given Matt money. I tried to do a bulk buy off him once when I was getting started on one of his game bundles that he was trying to piss off. This was before like I was really doing this stuff, and couldn't strike a deal. He was polite about it, but he knocked back my offer. But no, haven't given him any money. I'm sure he's made money through me watching his content. I try, as dumb as this sounds, I try to support creators as much as I can, particularly if I enjoy them. And unless it's really long, I don't ad skip. Because at the end of the day, someone went to the trouble of making content that I could enjoy. And the least I can do is sit through their stupid ads so they get like fractions of a cent. So, yeah, let's have a look here. Octo goes, we don't get a la carte. End of the day, unwanted but needed says, at the end of the day, everyone on YouTube has a different opinion on the same subject. There's nothing wrong with that freedom of speech. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely welcome. And that's the thing. It's like some of the stuff in like my books. There's a scene in Tin Man. I think people are actually going to be offended. Slither down to the mess and slap them around. Davo's making sandwiches. I'm hungry too. Oh, yes, I do. Wow. All these pops ain't worth shit. I just want to clear them. All right. Clearing it is. Done. Clearing to sell. Wow. I don't know why. I just always thought that like the Hilton, got to log into OKGG's live. Have a great day. You too. Octo says, tell him hanging out with the handsome old people. Bundle the pops. Graham, I just don't want to. I'm not sorry. That may have had a tone that wasn't intended. I don't want to bundle them. I think I don't know really how I would do that. It's like, I'll give you an example, mate, and I'll show you why I don't want to do it. All right. So these two pops aren't worth jack shit. Okay. For me as a seller on eBay, and hopefully this is a learner because this is my opinion as a seller. If I bundle these together on eBay, it's a mixed message. These are two different genres. Horror people are going to love that. They are. And if I had a bundle of horror pops, maybe. But these two together don't make sense as a bundle. And I have such limited space. I don't want to hold on to like how big's a bundle. I do get what you're saying though. Some bundles do work. Bundling books certainly works. These like this being such specific subject genre, despite both being pops, they don't work together as a bundle in my opinion. Rye goes, kind of both horror. Octo says, don't bundle pops unless on Facebook Marketplace. I agree on Facebook Marketplace because then it gets treated, someone will go, oh, I want that one, and you can put separate pricing. I hate Marketplace. Can I come over to your house and collect it? No. Torsey don't want to. By the way, guys, total side note, just because I saw it here. If you want to know a horror movie that actually made me feel unsettled, it's really good. If you like horror movies. The Dark and the Wicked. God, I enjoyed it. All right. Yeah, I hear that. Octo goes, they're treated like a job lot on Facebook Marketplace. Correct. I agree. 100% with that one. All right, let's find this. Someone like it. Helps if I take photos. Okay, I'm just going to read this because I don't fully understand everything. Octo goes, they're treated like a job lot on Facebook Marketplace. You thought I was referring to Granny's Live as the horror movie. Aussie Nurse Flipper. I meet Facebook buyers at the pub. I give them the pub address and I wait. Yeah, wait for them at the pub. That makes sense. And then also, you know that you're at least selling to an adult. I must admit, the few times because I live in a series of units, I always just give the street number and I just say, look, there's a few units here. Just let me know once you arrive and I'll meet you at the front. And particularly now that I do have a small social media sort of profile, I mean, it doesn't happen often. I love it when it does, when someone comes up and says, hey, I watch your channel. I love that. It's fucking cool. But particularly now, it's like, you know, I have had people go, I watch your channel. Can I come over to your house and collect it? Well, no. And that's no offense meant. Matilda, hello. How are you? All right. Take those photos, Tori. Put them on eBay. Send them to the post office and wave them all away. Can I have my recording deal? Yeah. Okay. Rye wants to come to my windows. All right. Exorcist, horror, movie, done. Condition, new. Type, vinyl figure. Give Tori the pub address when he visits. Yeah. Though I was, you know, I need to find places in Queensland where either, because no one's been forthcoming with being able to visit them, we've got a camper van, and all I was hoping for mainly each night was that I had access to electricity and we wouldn't go in the person's home if they didn't want, but just basically bludge their electricity and a bit of tap water. But no, we'll probably just be booking, I think, powered campsites. It just gets expensive. We're trying to do it like cheap. But yeah, I'm just worried because my laptop is a 16-inch MacBook. It just fangs through the power so much. But, you know, it's meant to be a holiday too. I'll do as much as I can for YouTube, but I was actually hoping to post as I was there, but I might just buy a hard drive, bang it all onto the hard drive, and just do YouTube shorts live from Queensland. I'm looking forward to it. I need a break. I have not been on a holiday since 2019. So, and the only leave I've taken was through extreme illness, like I had Bell's palsy. If you don't know what that is, it sort of makes, that's why you'll only notice it now I point it out. I've got that bag under my eye that never used to be there. The other is too, just because I've got COVID and I'm tired. But basically, yeah, that bag happened. I got slack in the mouth, and it wasn't fun. In a memento. Being asked the important question of what snacks do I want when Ellie gets home? She's at the supermarket. All right. Now let's have a look here. Matilda says, yeah, good, thanks, Tori. You feeling better? I am. I'm still really tired and it's like buzzy at the back of my head. That's not fun. Well, Octo, don't forget that Granny's got her live, I think, now. So just let you know. Forest Funds Online, what's up? How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, Matilda says healthy boundaries are the way to go. Graham says if you could run an auction at 99 cents and put the postage really high and turn off pickup, except for the fact that the algorithm likes the pickup option. I learned that too. Such a treacherous little thing. My phone is almost flat, guys. I've been up since very, very early. You don't have to go to Granny's, but I thought you'd probably be going to Granny's. And that's fine, because she's probably going to, I don't know. I don't believe I've watched her. I don't think I've seen her live before. I've watched her videos for certain. I've watched the stuff that she does with you, Octo. Yeah. She probably isn't just staring down at her phone and you'll tell her you're washing your hair. I dare you to. That'd be funny. Yeah, 26%. I've been up since 3:30. Had four and a half hours sleep. All right. We've got you back at the list. Stay here and list instead. Oh, okay. I'm live when I feel like it. Though that may be how I noticed, John, if you're still there, John's got thumbnails, whereas mine just shows up with the shitty logo because I just go live and it's not pre-booked. I should put in thumbs later, I guess. Chewbacca. Who's your favorite character in Star Wars? This guy's my favorite character in Star Wars. Him, and then R2-D2, and which is maybe weird to some, but I love that Chewbacca is just loyal, fierce, and ferocious. And I think that I love the fact that R2-D2 is loyal and brave, and that's why they're my favorite characters. Once I've finished listing this one, I will close down the stream. We've done well though, guys, and it has been fun. So bizarre though, like just the COVID just seems to like, you'll be okay, and then you're not. So I don't want to get too worn out. Ali will be back from work soon, and I want to hang out with her and spend time. Megan, if that's fair enough, it may not be for everyone, but if you ever do get the opportunity, I would say to watch them. They're grandiose. They're like a space opera. If you just want to try one to suss it out, I would suggest you start with episodes 4, 5, and 6. But really, for the full experience, you need to start at episode 1. But in terms of adult storytelling, sorry, Michelle, you're very sweet, and I don't know if I talk about it. Yeah, she's not doing better, and she won't do better. They're just sending her home. I don't know how to say that in a proper way. They got the fluid off her heart, but of her cancer's really, she's at the end of it. They can't fix that. But the fact that she's going back home is good. I'm pray that it doesn't. I think that she'll end up back in hospital. But I'm glad that she's still with us, because I thought that last week I thought that she wouldn't be. So thank you. And thank you everyone who's been sending beautiful wishes about my mother. I do appreciate that. You guys, it's hard when you're doing a live because you're bloody, you're responding to text messages and stuff. And no, I don't try to be an entertainer. I love talking to you though, but sometimes you'll miss something poignant. And I never want you guys to think I take your comments for granted. Michelle says, I understand. I have 2 days in hospital on my clinical trial. Cancer sucks. Yeah, it does. It does. My nana passed from it. Mum passed from it. And basically I hate it. But there's nothing we can do until they, we can put on our conspiracy theory hats and say until they put out the cure for it. I'm sure someone has cured some variant of it. Okay, so John does schedule. It helps with engagement, but at the same time, if you don't schedule, it's less stressful. You go in when you feel energy rather than needing to work up energy. Some weeks when he goes live, he feels flat, but the show goes on, doesn't it? Always find energy midway through. Yeah, you do, and you end on a high, 100%. I like what you bring to it. And I'm jealous that you've got the space to have that beautiful area to operate in. And I think Rye's just being naughty because he's, far out, you make me laugh, dude. All right, let's put Chewbacca up really expensive because low-key I don't want to sell him. No, not too high. I have to remember for most of these pops, even when I bought them for me, I paid $7 to $7 to $13 a pop. Worst case, 18. All right, let's have a look here. Almost there. Rye wants to know what favorite meat pies are, and John asks what's mine. Steak and mushroom, but like minced steak and mushroom is my very favorite meat pie with a lot of mushroom in it, please. I had a gastric bypass years ago. I was quite large, and I found after the surgery I was struggling with a lot of food because that's the whole point. And pastry was something I really struggle with. I'm only really able to eat it now, and it's been 2 years. So yeah, that's a thing. But even now, like even though I can eat most food now, I find that my capacity, I get filled quickly. So if I eat super slowly, or if I eat that it is almost macerated, I can digest a lot easier. All right, photos are there, guys, and I'm going to list. And my phone is almost dead, so it's probably good timing. Oh, Matilda, thank you. Please advertise when you're going live in Discord. Thank you. I do appreciate that, mate. I can tell you face to face, though, my dearest, that I'm now about to sign off. I'm going to charge my phone. I'm going to do a bit of tidying up before Ellie gets home. That way she doesn't have to worry about it. And thanks, guys. You are the best. I appreciate all the companionship. Thank you for being here. Do the normal, hey, channel membership if you're interested. Cool if you're not. And do me a big favor. Find any one of my YouTube videos today. Doesn't matter which one. Do this for me. If you're just a viewer, tell me something that you've seen when you're out and about that brought you happiness. If you are a seller, I want you to comment on something amazing that you found. Don't have to tell me how much it cost or what you sold it for, but if you got a big ass sale, I'd love to know about that victory as well. All right. So thank you so very much. I love you guys. You mean the world to me. And we're building good friendships, good community. And I'll probably see you tomorrow, I reckon. I've got to go back to my day job in the morning. I don't want to. So I need to learn how to up my eBay game and take it to the next level as well, or sell more books. Look for Tori Favreau on Amazon. My new book, Tin Man, has hit. And if you like little golden books, I have a horror series on there called Little Death Books. They are horrible. The fifth one in the series I'm working on now, The Good Humored Man. I actually, it's violent, a little bit disturbing, but jeepers creepers, it is fun. All right, guys, I'm going to click off, end the stream. You guys have an amazing day, no matter where you are. And if you ever need anything, I am one message away. Cheers, bye. Oh my God, Graham just asked, which is your best book? They're all very different, mate. Humor me. I'm sorry. I'll quickly show you. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so it feels weird to hold them up like this because these are the books I've written so far. There are a lot more written, but these are published that you can buy them. So I have a series called Little Death Books. They're a comedic look at golden books, but I've designed them. I write it. I do the initial thumbnails and stuff, and then I pay a designer to draw them based on my writing, but it's all me. That's my latest one that you can buy. It's called The Taxi That Murdered. They have different styles of writing in them, but so you've got fully color illustrated, done by different artists. And I will, so they're like, I love these. They're fun, and they're almost like they're collectible. They're numbered. I've written 10 of them. They're on Amazon. I mean, I don't hide who I am anywhere, but that's my name, Favreau, Favro. Then my first book that I published wasn't my first I'd written, but this is a zombie comedy called The Dead of Christmas. It's about conspiracy theories, zombies, CIA agents, and a nuclear arsenal underneath the North Pole. 134 pages. Technically, it should be considered a novella. It's sequel, though you don't have to read them in order. It would be nice if you did, just because this book introduces a character that ends up in this book. This is The Dead of Egypt at 196 pages. In this tale, one of the characters from the first book ends up in ancient Egypt, and he has to basically make his way through Egypt, befriend Tutankhamun, fight the grey aliens that are there, who also control a zombie army. There's way more to it than that. It's a story of friendship more than it is a horror. And finally, this is my new one. This is Tin Man. As you can see, this is nothing like the others in that this is a full-blown novel. It weighs in at 321 pages, and it is very loosely based on The Wizard of Oz. And in this book, well, I'll read the back of it to you. That way it's there for prosperity. You always thought you knew this story. Now it's time to see just how wrong you were. The place, Emerald City, the most corrupt city in the United States of America, controlled by greedy corporations and the gang. Everything in Emerald City is for sale, for a price, until now. When gang enforcer the Tin Man, Tim Manning, discovers child pit fighter Dorothy in a dumpster left for dead, it sets about a chain of events that will change both of their lives forever. A tale of bloody revenge and mayhem sets the city afire, and their lives will never again be the same. Bullets, blood, mayhem, and family. Welcome to the city, Emerald City, filled with characters you might think you know, but with a fresh new spin. Spanning 7 action-packed novels, each book can be read separately or as part of an ongoing saga. Click your heels if you can, because there's no place like home in the world quite like Emerald. Oh yes, we are off to see the wizard. Motherfucker. I scrapped that one out, but I thought, I'm telling you guys, I can tell you what it is. This is something extremely different. I don't know. So to give you an idea, here's a good example. In the book, I use a thing called onomatopoeia. So if there is sound effects or gunfire, it takes up larger space for graphic visual impact. All right, so that's called onomatopoeia. There's also a soundtrack. I don't know if you can see those. Oh, bloody hell. Up here anyhow. It's not going to focus on it. It says it's an... Hang on, guys. Hey there. Yep. Too easy. Thank you. Have a good day. Sadly, that wasn't what I hoped would be there. I'm waiting on bookmarks. So when I send out signed copies of stuff, I'm hoping that I can send out some bookmarks. They're meant to be arriving today. So yeah, there's a soundtrack. So you go onto Spotify, look up Emerald City or Tin Man or My Name, and you'll be able to play the songs in this book. So it might say in a particular song to Rice says, give me a bookmark. It may say play this song to read this chapter. So you go to your Spotify and then you can do that. I think it's pretty neat. And yeah, it's just sound effects like that, machine gun fire, grenades going off. It's with the exchange rate and the way it is, that this book is $25 Aussie, and of course it's less if you want to read it digitally. There you go. They're my books that I've done so far. In the Dead of Egypt, or the Dead series, Another Earth Story, I've written the Dead of Easter. I've plotted the Dead of Space. I've also plotted the Dead of the West. I've plotted the Dead of Romance. I've plotted the Dead of England. They're all plotted. I just need to get them done. For a signed book, just the cost. I'm not going to charge you more. You're my friends. It'll literally just be, whatever it bloody costs on Amazon is all I'd charge you, plus the postage. I think that fits in a $8. This would be a $10 satchel. From memory, it's funny, the little golden book ones they're the most expensive ones because they're all printed on premium paper because they're color and they're glossy. And these ones, I think, were $15 a book each on Amazon. But no, I mean, I don't have a lot here. I generally try to get people to buy them on Amazon. I really need people to be leaving reviews. That helps. The reviews help, even if it's just a star click. But yeah, if you want a signed one sent to you, absolutely. Just let me know which one you want. Or I have charged a bit more because it's on eBay. Both of these books are on eBay as signed books. So have a look on my thing, and you can buy them straight off the store if you want. And otherwise, just message me through Instagram and I'll get you hooked up. Or if you want, buy off Amazon, get it sent to. I'm sorry, I'm talking to Aussie Nurse Flipper now. If you want, just get them sent to your house, and when we're driving through, we can say good day and I can scribble on them for you if you want. But I'd love you guys to read them. I'm proud of them. They were a lot of work, and they're what got me started. To give you an idea of costs, because I'm pretty transparent about these things. I think I do, but because I think you use your real name on there. To give you an idea of costs associated, other than my time, the cover, I designed what it should look like, and then yeah, so I know who you are, Graham. So yeah, with the cover, I design it as a sketch. I can't do this clever stuff. Then I get a designer who I've made friends with. He lives in Pakistan. He designs it for me. I tried to use Australian artists. They wanted over $1,000 for an illustration, and I can't afford that. My friend Adil, he's wonderful, bloody wonderful actually, and he did it for 140 bucks. Rai says he does promote my stuff in Discord. Matilda says, thanks, Rai, for your contribution to the community. We appreciate you, and we do. I've got a typesetter who recently I've not so happy with, but he charges me 80 bucks to do a book this size. So typesetting is where you'll take my document and you make it a bit more like book legible. He charged me more again, and then he charges me for ebook. And this was a thicker book, so it cost me more again. And because Tin Man is 300 pages, I paid, I think, about $240 for the typesetting. But my mate Adil, he charges me the same price for a big or a small. It's just a cover price. But I've noticed that they're slowly getting a bit cheaper for me, thank God. It's these that, because I am self-funding, and this is what I started doing the reselling for, really seriously, because I was working for a clothing company. Reselling has paid for all this. Reselling and then the sales of the books. Each of these books minimum cost me about, by the time they were done, $600 to $700. And yeah, $600 to $700 to get done. And I have nowhere near paid for them yet. My reselling has paid for them, but I would say by now, the dead of Christmas is now in the black in terms of sales and recovering the money that I spent. I've sold more copies than I've got reviews. Egypt hasn't paid for itself, but it's getting there. And this one, Buy My Baby, is nowhere near being paid for yet. and these horrible little golden books, nowhere near being paid for yet. You don't make that much off them because they cost so much. The profit I make out of these on Amazon is approximately, I think, $2.30 a book. But I don't have to print them. I don't have to ship them. They're just there. Tin Man, I make $5. I think I make $4 off Egypt. And because I lowered the price on Christmas, I think I make, I want to say $3 something. I don't know. All right. In any case, Candice McBain. Some might petition to get old lady staff members fired for singing out loud in op shops. They're volunteers. You are just evil. All right, guys. Thank you. I'm now out of here. If you do want to show me some support outside of being beautiful and being with me, this or leave reviews on Goodreads, and goodbye for now. Thank you so very much, guys. Going to hit that end, and I appreciate you. Later, skaters.